Truth you have. This video is about the levels of knowledge that we acquire. Let's talk about the basic levels of knowledge in terms of when you go to school. There are certain things that you are given as options for your education, and there's levels of knowledge, your bachelor's, master's, PhD. That's the basic stuff. This level of knowledge that I'm going to speak about is the levels of knowledge when it comes to becoming more aware and more awakened. I've gone to college, the normal college, and I've also done my independent studies, acquiring knowledge about this matrix, this world. And I took time to acquire this knowledge, years. I studied independently for years, 4 years actually, and I took the time that maybe I would have put into being more of a social individual, into educating myself on higher levels of knowledge to reach higher frequencies. When you require for yourself levels of knowledge beyond what you have already acquired, that is when you comprehend that your growth expands higher than what has been told to you that you are able to acquire in this matrix. And when you acquire these levels of knowledge that your mind, your soul, your interdimensional beings are telling you it's time for you to acquire this knowledge, you change during this process. And a lot of people, when they are unaware of other people going through the same shift within themselves and knowing that this knowledge is for a higher purpose, some of them do not comprehend that it's okay to have changes within themselves that might be looked at as quite different. And I'm sure a lot of you know exactly what I am speaking about. I hear a lot of YouTubers talk about this change within themselves, and some of them are in distress. Some of them haven't really comprehended this type of levels that they are going to even existed. Some advice, because I know that if you're doing this alone, it could be really, really difficult for you, because some of your friends and family probably don't even talk to you that much anymore because they may not have moved with the shift in the way that you have. And there's a lot of loneliness there. Do not worry. Do not think something is drastically wrong with you, because nothing really is wrong with you. You're reaching heights that have not been explained to you, that are allowed to reach in this matrix, you know? And be strong during this time, because when you reach one level of knowledge, you're going to change, and you're not going to accept some of the things that you accepted before. I spoke about this in a few of my other videos, speaking about how the mind, the body, the soul changes. Your atmosphere changes. You might even change what type of work that you do, because it is affecting you in a way that maybe before you were able to accept, but because you've changed so much, you are not willing to accept the atmosphere of that particular job that you were in, and you might need to make that change. You might even need to physically move. It's all right. It is okay. Do not allow yourself with this growth and the knowledge that you've acquired to hinder you. You have to go within yourself and know yourself, comprehend yourself. You're going through a physical change, a mental change, a soulful change that it could be independently that you're going through it. And you have to stay within yourself, knowing that it is all right, knowing that it is okay, and not necessarily faulting other people that have not grown in the direction that you've grown, but always being aware, always protecting yourself with your beautiful earth crystals. As you see here, I have crystals, I always put the crystals in my video because the crystals help stop any type of attacks that may be sent to your way with you knowing or without you knowing. But these crystals, they do help you during this process when you do acquire higher levels of knowledge. I have tiger's eye and obsidian here, and I wear this as a bracelet that I made. I love my crystals. I really appreciate the effects that they have on me when it comes to interacting with souls in this world and spirits in this world, especially in this day and age, because this is the time where the trumpets are being blown, and this is the time where there is a mass awakening happening. And it starts with individuality. It starts with the individuals first, and then the groups. Peace and love on every level for those that really comprehend and that know that it is okay within yourself to make this change. It is okay not to accept some of the things that you may have accepted in your past as being okay to accept. And now through your awakening, you know that it is much better for you to separate yourself. And there will be interventions in your life. There will be interventions in other people's lives in the form of when you awaken and you see yourself becoming somewhat separated from other people. There are things happening in your life that this knowledge is the intervention in your life. And in other people's lives, it could be an intervention that helps with the separation that you need for your growth because they might not get it. It's as simple as that. But yet, when you live through these particular changes and you live through these interventions, you literally change. I'm here to say that that change is okay, people. Peace and love.